Regarding Meta School, sir, what motivates you to establish a school like Take Meta?
Okay, so middle school, I won't even say it's passion.
Okay.
I feel like by default, I've always been this person who likes to share ideas, share information, carry people along, show them what I'm doing at the moment.
Mm.
And it was never even a thing of, I was not even thinking of, okay, I'll take it serious at all. I just constantly would see somebody and like, come, see what I'm doing right here.
Okay.
For example, when I started an e-commerce business, I started buying things from China and I started selling those things, right? So I realized that all my friends from Umana, Godwin
Mhm.
Bob, Caleb, Joy, almost everybody around me started
Started the same
the same thing too.
line of business. Okay.
And then when I also started blogging that time, all the names I mentioned now,
Mm.
all of them also started blogging
Blogging.
too. So it was almost a default thing for me that if I know how to make this blue turn white,
Mm.
I will find someone that will share this idea too.
Mm. Mm.
And the fun thing is, I wasn't even thinking about sharing or anything. Like it just kept happening on its own.
Okay.
Now, maybe that's actually because, okay, for example, the first student that we had at Meta School, okay, in fact, this is how Meta School actually started. My friend called me one evening and he said, Baba, Alpha now, this is my friend that the brother wants to learn tech.
Okay.
And then my friend called me this evening and then he said that there's this friend of his that the brother wants to get into tech,
Okay.
maybe learn anything, programming or whatsoever. And then he now asked me if I would teach the person for him.
Oh.
And at this point there was no tech meter, there was no meter school, there was nothing like that at all. But then his vote of confidence in me,
Mm.
to actually do that was something. Maybe I was even a bit confused at the moment,
Yeah, things
like
like
where is
that.
this coming out
Yeah,
from to
from
start
yeah.
with? So he just insisted on. I also okay. He even said even if you don't want to teach him,
Mm.
why not find somebody?
That
Because
can.
yes, because if you find somebody, I will know that the person knows what they are
Mm.
doing.
Okay.
And at that point, I was just sitting down there like, okay. And the thing is, as at that point, as at that very moment, I already had these courses that I started recording. It was not for sale, actually. It was maybe to post on YouTube, post on
Okay.
Facebook or
Mm.
thereabout for free. So I now thought of, okay, ask him if he will, and now I told him, ask him if he would be interested in learning and programming because I'm already recording a course at
On
this
that.
point
Okay.
on that particular topic. And then when we go to the guy said, yes, that's exactly what he wants.
Mm.
And then I said, okay, oh yeah, now come to. So he met me, we talked about the whole thing, and then I even offered to teach him for free.
Whoa.
Do you understand? So he came in, and then now I think 2 days later, he said his friend wants to join the class.
The class.
And then the friend came in, and then within 2 weeks, there were more than five of them. And I was like, what is going
On.
on? And that was where I realized that I need to make the whole thing more official because after teaching people these skills, you would need to give them some sort of
Certificate.
certificate and all of that.
Mm.
So that was actually how I had to get the whole meter school thing legally incorporated and it started operation. And
Okay.
the funny thing is, it started
Right here.
right here,
This same place.
this same
This
place.
is serious.
And the
This.
thing is, after like a month or almost 2 months time, we had about 18 students.
Whoa.
And the funny thing is, this place was already too crowded for them.
Mm.
And that was when I was forced to go and get
Somewhere else.
exactly.
Okay.
So that is actually how middle school started. I never did not have any plan to start middle school until that my friend called. The first person came,
Okay.
brought somebody, and
Somebody.
people brought people, and this color actually filled up, and then I had no other choice.
Wow, this is it. Okay,
That's
the
all.
name Take Meter. Where did you coin that name from?
Okay.
Was it an inspiration or Is this something? Does it represent something in your life or?
Actually, everything is built around meter.
Okay.
Right now, meter is actually a name I chose because I felt like it had a lot of swag.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Mm.
And then right now, if you notice, we have pay meter, we
Payment.
have take meter, we have coin meter, and then we have meter score.
Oh.
You understand? So the word meter itself is not personal. It's just a word that I can't remember, but I was actually inspired one night like that, and then I now decided to find a logo for meter.
Okay.
And from there, everything else that I've been actually venturing into had to either have meter at the beginning or at the end.
Then.
So
Okay.
like the whole meter score, take meter,
Meter.
and the rest of the whole thing.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you maintain adaptability and continuous growth in your tech career?
Okay, so that's actually something that many people struggle with.
Mm.
And again, I would like to say I've been lucky with so many things. And one of the things I've been really lucky about is finding myself in the right set of
People.
people.
Okay.
So I don't know how much I will be able to motivate myself, but I can tell you between 2013
Mm.
until today, the friends I've actually been around are people who are constantly improving themselves.
Oh.
So there is no sleeping on the bicycle. There
Oh.
is no lagging behind because your friends are always pushing you to something.
They are up and going
They
every
are
time.
up and going like every single time you meet them. They are telling you about the next thing they're trying to do. So for me, I feel like that was just something that I had to just continue to grow.
Okay.
Because you find yourself among people, among 10 persons that are actually going somewhere. You will be the 11th person to go somewhere too.
Okay.
So for me, that's it.
Do you feel challenged if you see some certain individual in your cycle
Okay.
maybe grow maybe faster than you or maybe things like that? Do you feel challenged or?
Okay, I think people call that, is it jealousy or envy? Now you see, I feel people feel that way if they don't know the advantages
Mm.
of seeing somebody next to you grow.
Okay.
For people like us who we came up from, should I call it a very low background place,
Oh.
sometimes to even grow you need to be inspired.
Mm.
Sometimes to properly grow, something needs to inspire
Inspire
you.
you. That's
You have to see something actually working to know that it can actually work.
mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to
See something working
working
before you can
before you can know, oh, it can work.
work.
Oh.
Oh.
So for someone like me, staying around people who were actually doing things that were working for them has always been a wow moment. Like, oh, so this thing is possible. Oh. For example, when I saw my friend in Yabasi leave the house, come back with like 3,000 naira in his pocket, I was like, you left the house this morning and you back with money in your pocket,
That was 213, right?
213.
Okay.
And I was like, so this thing is possible. Someone can leave the house and come back with money. Oh. Do you understand? So there was no room for me to even feel like he has money and maybe envy whatever he had. Because to me in my head, I've just discovered a possibility right now that you can leave your house and come back with money. And that was it for me, period. So I had to go to him. I was like, in I beg. You know as things be.
Okay.
Show me how you dey comot, dey come back
with money.
That was it was for me. So people in my circle actually doing well is something that gives me a lot of joy because it shows me one thing for sure, that things are actually possible.
Okay.
And for me, knowing that something is possible gives me the energy to pursue that thing too. So I do not know anything about envy, and I think it's a very dangerous thing for someone to do.
Oh.
Especially if someone that wants to actually grow in life. If you envy, then you might not be able to see the opportunities anymore.
Oh.
Do you understand? That's how I feel. So there's no point of envying anything like that. No. You just stick to what
Okay.
exactly you're from. People see things and they have different ways of interpreting it. So someone see you do well, and then the way they interpret it is, you are doing so well. Oh. Someone will say that, Jesus, so this is possible. Oh. So personally, again, I'll still say I'm lucky. I'm lucky to, I don't know, maybe it's my upbringing
Okay.
that I never ever felt like the person doing well around me was, beating me or better than me. I just felt like, wow, oh, this thing is absolutely possible. That was always in my mind.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, among the circle of your friends,
Okay.
who is there any particular person that is a little bit, more influential than other people? Because there was one video I saw. The reason I'm asking you, Christian, there was one video I saw.
Okay.
You and your friends. I can show you the video after this.
Okay.
After this broadcast.
Okay.
You guys were just sitting down on a one table, maybe dining together,
Are you
drinking,
serious?
jubilating, and you were doing a kind of a selfie.
Okay.
Yeah, on the back. I was like, that's my boss now. I know him. So one guy that was sitting close to me was like, I want to be like that guy. I said, do you know what it takes to be like him? So that was the extent of this broadcast. And that was why I invited you.
Okay.
So that you can come and inspire him. I know he will be watching this video by now.
Okay.
So among the circle of your friends,
Yeah.
do you have the most influential somebody, or you guys are just
Well, the truth is that I see value in people so much.
okay?
Do you understand? I don't know. Like I said, I'm a lucky person because to be able to see so much value in people has to be a skill on its own,
A skill on his own.
for real. Like I'm someone who, okay, now let's say for example, at Meta School now, I have some staff there. Some earn more, some play maybe what people would say, oh, a major role. Others play maybe like should I say a minor role. The funny thing is that I understand perfectly well that the cleaner is in a way more important than even my principal.
Mm.
Because if somebody comes to the office and then the place is unkept,
Steps.
the principal's image his own is already down because how are you a principal working
And
in
this kind of
kind
places like
environment?
this.
So the whole thing started from the cleaner, and the cleaner in my own head is as important.
Stand as the principal itself.
Exactly.
Wow.
So come back to my friends right now. I have amazing friends. So talk about luck. I have been really lucky to have amazing friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had so many friends, and on the list we can mention Michael Obede, right?
Okay.
We can mention Grocery Lacroix,
Wow.
right? We can mention Msika Upe. We can mention Harrison Eniebiet. We can mention Sir Bright Godwin.
Godwin.
We can mention Unwana Johnson. Like the truth is that I have a list of friends that are not just like friends, but should I say that like brothers to me right now. And they have been nothing but amazing people.
Okay.
Do you understand? So when it comes to influence, let me just talk about I will not say this person influenced me the most, but let's talk about the first influence I actually had from a friend. It was actually from Michael. Now, Michael is someone I met online.
Okay.
He's from Benin. So I met him online in 2014. And the thing is, we've been friends till today.
Till today.
Till today. And in a way, you might even see him on the number one list of my friends. Not because of so much, but the impact he had when I was just starting. Do you understand? Now, he somehow had a way of, getting in touch.
Okay.
Now, another thing I learned from him was networking. I learned how to network with people from him because from the first day we spoke on the phone, he had a way of reaching out.
So that is a calls almost every day.
Yes.
Wow.
He had a way of reaching out first. He had a way of continuing the conversation
Sure.
after we talk again.
Okay.
And again, like he just had a way of arranging the whole friendship thing. And as at then, I don't know if I had any knowledge about networking or keeping friends or whatsoever. To me, it was almost like, okay, you know somebody, you meet somebody, you
go your way.
shake hands and you go your way. You say to me, hey bro, how far now? But for the first time, somebody, carefully arranged friendship in a way that before the call ends, He's telling you what you should go and do, so that when we talk on the phone, this will actually be the next thing we
The
will
next thing to
actually be on
discuss.
to. So technically, for the first 3, 4, 5 years of me knowing Michael, right, we have been constantly working on something. Either it was blogging, either it was him telling me, go and learn PHP,
PHP.
either it was him telling me, go and learn video editing, either it was him telling me, go and learn video recording. Like, he sort of somehow did not just inspire me, but it motivated me, and it also really taught me a lot.
So that means this your friend has more influence on you than the other people.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I might say that, but I will not say it that way. But what I'm going to say is that at the beginning of everything I'm into right now, he had a way of not just motivating me or inspiring me or supporting me, whether it was financially or
Okay.
otherwise, but he actually took it on himself to teach me. In fact, let me tell you, there are days Michael will call me on the phone, and then throughout that call, it would just be him maybe telling me, "Oh, I saw the video you posted. It was not good enough.
Okay.
Let me show you how to make a better video."
Mm. Mm.
Do you understand? Oh, I saw your website. The backlink on your website is not
Okay.
is not so this. Let's show you how to make this. Like, this was always been him.
Wow.
Do you understand? So I would say he has taught me so much. Actually,
Okay. That's really
his name
nice.
is Michael
Oh, Michael.
Obede.
Obede.
Yes,
Shout out to Michael Obede.
that's my boss every time.
Okay. So tell me, reflecting on your career path, are there decisions you made? Like if you should turn the no, maybe if you should turn the hand, if you should turn the hand of time,
Yeah.
are there things you should have done differently? Like decisions you make that by now, or like you should have done it differently. How I wish you knew.
Okay, I think those sort of moments will always be there. And then, yes, I've had a lot of downs, I've had a lot of ups also. I've made career choices that at some point turned out to be very useless.
Okay.
But then again, like I said, my dad taught me so many things. My dad also taught me that there is nothing like failure, and there is no wasted knowledge. The fact sometimes you have to know how to carry this thing the wrong way
Okay.
to now know, oh, you cannot carry this way. So I've made career choices that probably turn out to be very useless, but then I've just discovered a way not to pursue or do some certain things anymore.
Oh.
So technically, if you want to turn back the whole hands of time, it might even take out the phone. So I would not really say I've done anything that was really, 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 really so bad, or something that I should really regret, because I mean, at the end of it all, everything is pushing me down to where I am at the moment, right? So I will not really say there is some decision that I made that I'll regret right now. No, I feel like all of those things were just there to actually teach me things. You know, you can't just learn the positive alone.
Okay.
You
need
have
learn
to
what
get the bad experience too. And then also better have his own role in your own life too.
Okay.
You understand? So I mean, as a Nigerian, you shouldn't really expect everything to just flow. So you take in the good, you take in the bad, and then So I think every decision that I actually made played a huge role in everything.
Oh.
So I will not say I have regretted anything so far.
Oh. So have you ever failed before? If yes, how did you handle a failure?
Talk about failing. I think the first time I really felt like a failure was when I dropped out of school.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first time I felt like I really felt. And then I really hate to fail. That's the truth. Yeah, I hate to fail. And because of how much I hate to fail, I sit down every time to think of how not to fail. I sit down and I plan how not to fail. All right. So I've failed so many times. I've failed in so many things that I've actually done. I've failed in so many things. But then, like my dad always said, you will learn from the good and the bad. So for me, I wouldn't say, um, no, it's not so bad. I've learned.
Okay.
I've learned from all of my failures, my mistakes, all of them combined. I've learned so much. So yes, I've felt, and I've also to me used that as lessons.
Okay. You talk more about your dad. Your dad. Is it that your dad play an important role in your life, or is he your role model? Role model?
Yeah, I think my dad is everything to me. As a matter of fact, in secondary school, I had this nickname,
Okay.
and my nickname was Nova.
Nova.
Yes. So
Okay.
after secondary school, my dad died when I was still in SS3.
Oh. Oh.
So
Oh.
my dad actually died. I had to drop my nickname
Mm.
Nova and pick the nickname that my dad actually had,
What was the nickname?
Hazy.
Is it?
Yeah. People
Wow.
call me Hazy now, but the Hazy name was actually my dad's nickname when he
Nickname.
was still a young man.
Wow. Wow.
So my dad is actually everything to me, and the energy, the effort he actually put into teaching me the word of God.
Mm.
And just so you know, by the time I turned 10 years old, my dad already taught me the Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
He taught you from Genesis to Revelation.
Yes.
So that means from as like you can quote from Genesis to Revelation as you speak.
As a matter of fact, I have been taught the Bible
Mm.
two times,
Two times.
from A to Z, two times.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
you can just imagine the role that my dad actually played in
Mm.
my life. Like, it's been really huge.
Okay.
And the kind of person, the kind of life we live. My dad is someone that you would not see anybody come out and say anything bad about him.
Mm.
And he was always out there helping other people.
Oh.
So my dad actually lived the life that I am trying to emulate from.
Okay.
So I would say my dad is my number one role model.
Mm. Mm.
Exactly.
Okay, let's come back to technology, the real
Okay.
why we are here. So tell us, how can individual break into tech industry?
Okay. If you asked me this same question like a year ago or 3 years ago, I would say if you have passion for it,
Okay. So the whole thing is about passion.
no. Like I said, if you asked me this one 3 years ago, I would have said it's
Okay,
about
okay,
passion.
okay, okay.
But right now, I think it's a must.
It's a must.
Yes, whether you have passion or not. Just like going to school, whether you have passion or not, you need to at least go to primary school or secondary school. Whether you have passion or not, remember you used to cry,
Yeah.
you beat you very well and send you to school.
Sure.
So this is actually what it's all about. You have to go to school. It's the same thing that you also have to
Mm.
get into tech.
So tech is now like a kind of it's a must.
It's a must. That's the right word. It is a must.
Wow.
Tech at this point is actually a must that you have to. Every single day you are not into tech, you are really missing out on your potentials.
Wow.
Because the world has moved to a point where you can't really see or do anything without tech these days.
Wow.
If you notice, everything is replacing, tech is
Humans.
replacing everything right now. Do you understand? And another thing is, tech is not going to replace humans.
Okay.
Yeah, people feel like tech is going to replace humans someday, but that is not true. That's not even close to being the truth. The truth is that tech is actually a tool that will help humans live their life to the fullest.
Wow. Wow.
You understand? So, no matter the technology that is actually coming up, humans will always make use of tech
Tech.
and build a whole life out of it.
Okay.
People say, let's say for example, ChatGPT, right,
Mm.
has come into take people's job, people will lose their jobs. That is not true.
That's not true. Why did you say? Why did you say it's not
ChatGPT is
true?
actually here to make people more money.
Wow. How can ChatGPT make somebody rich?
Exactly. Now, um, let's say you are a writer now, but basically what ChatGPT does is writing.
Okay.
Let's say you are a writer now. Usually you will need so many tools, like maybe Grammarly, whatsoever
Wow.
tools, or sometimes you need to have your dictionary just right here
Bam.
while writing. And before now, it would take you maybe 2 hours to compose a perfect hard copy, for example.
Okay.
Now, with the use of ChatGPT, you can use just 10 minutes or 15 minutes to draft out your
Yes.
advert copy,
Okay.
and you take that same copy to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please remodel
This stuff from
this my ad copy, and I want you to remodel it for an audience um of people between the age of 15 and 25. That's the young persons, right?
Yeah.
And then ChatGPT will take that your idea,
Okay.
remodel it in the most suitable way.
Okay.
And the good thing is you can also still charge, okay, duplicate this same article, this hard copy now, in a way that will be suitable for people of age of, let's say, 40 to 60.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So as a writer myself, instead of me to sit a whole day to come up with two, three hard copies,
Yeah.
right? I can actually sit down in a day and come up with 20.
Wow. With the use of this chat GCP.
ChatGPT.
Ah.
So automatically, if it took me a whole day to make money from 3 articles, right? I can now make money from 50 articles.
Okay. Okay.
So technically, you will not say it has taken my job. No, 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 no. I actually used it to even make more money.
But what if the person giving you this job or the client that's giving you this job knows about ChatGPT also?
Okay.
Have you not seen it? It kind of like it will hinder your work progress. Like he will not be able to bring the job to them because he knows also about ChatGPT.
Okay. Let's take for example, big men have cars.
Okay.
They can drive cars, but they still employ drivers. Why?
Maybe in their big man's life they don't want to.
The same exact way people know very well that ChatGPT can write articles for them,
Mm.
and they will still want someone to write the article for them.
Wow.
Should I shock you? I still have a graphic designer that I pay money monthly right now, even when I know about Canva.
Mm.
And I have a premium Canva account that I'm paying money to keep it subscribed.
Okay.
But I still have somebody that will use that my Canva account and design happy birthday for my students for me.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
So if you really take a look at everything, there is no way ChatGPT can actually help you do things, but some people don't want to don't want to relax
Okay.
and get some things done.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, articles that you keep writing at some point will get boring to you.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to just get someone else
To
ideas
attach.
to give you
Attach
articles.
with your own.
Exactly.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, I'm not saying ChatGPT replacing anything at all. No, I'm not saying that happening at all. What I'm seeing is ChatGPT giving an opportunity to actually do so much,
Wow. Wow.
make more money, number one. So I do not see, no, there's no way it's replacing humans.
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of individuals are well suited for career in tech? Is it at all ages or is it a particular set of people? Or is it that we have from the age of maybe 15 to 25 or is it any particular kind of people?
Okay. Like I said, tech is no longer something of choice.
Okay.
You have to. So at this point now, well, the real target I would say would be for persons between the age of 15
15
and 20.
and 20.
No, they're just about to leave the whole teenage era and then go into the adulthood. And I mean, you need to actually have a career in tech or a skill, a tech skill to function well as an adult, right? But then, tech is actually for everybody in the sense that, let's say, you already have a pharmacy
Okay.
and you're not into tech,
Mm.
we have a pharmacy already. And let's say you're a woman or you're a man or whatever your age could actually be, and then you don't know anything about tech, you have a pharmacy, for example. If you actually learn tech, tech has its own way of amplifying
Fine.
that your pharmacy business.
Okay.
Or let's say you are already a mechanic right now, or whatever characters you are actually handling right now, right?
Okay.
Now, getting into tech, I don't care how old you are,
Mm.
you are still young, you're already old, but getting into tech has a way of doubling or tripling
Mm.
your customer base.
Okay.
For example, you open a shop right there. Okay, let's just the pharmacy, for example. You have a pharmacy along this street. Your target audience are people passing through that road.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if you actually infuse tech into that your pharmacy, you could maybe get flyers,
Okay.
put it on social media,
Media.
and someone living in Maniba,
Mm.
someone living in another street entirely that has never passed your street in months, could see that you actually have social kind of drugs, can even place order. And these days we have delivery bikes up and
Up
down,
and
right?
down, yeah.
So they place order. What happens next is they take these drugs and deliver it to them. Now, if you were supposed to make 5 sales that day, you've made 6 sales, you made 10 sales, you can even make even more sales.
Oh.
So tech for me is something that no matter the age, no matter your career at the moment, no matter what you're already into now, even pastors, haven't you seen the
Yeah.
church now is bigger online
Than-
than it is in the auditoriums.
Oh.
How many auditoriums in Nigeria can accommodate up to 100,000 persons? It's really rare. But with the use of the internet, you will see. I was streaming a Hallelujah challenge the other day, and I saw 80,000 persons on Instagram, over 100,000 on YouTube,
YouTube.
then over 100,000 on Facebook.
Facebook.
And they all attended this service without traveling or boarding a flight or paying transport money. So tech has a way of amplifying whatever it is you are putting your hand into at the moment. Tech will help amplify everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, tech itself is broad, Abi. So what are those subsequent field in tech? Like those subsequent things we have in tech?
Okay, so we have a lot of, should I say, categories
Okay. Yes.
in tech. We have so many of them. In general category, people put it into two. The code. So now the code-based tech is we have to do writing codes, programming languages,
Okay,
and all of those
okay.
languages. That's coding now. And then the other side that does not even need anything like coding. All you have to do is it's still tech, but no coding. For example, things like UI UX, things like copywriting,
Okay.
things like blogging,
Okay.
and more. And then over here, when you, even like things like data analysis, data science, and the rest don't need coding. But then over here, we also have things like app development, um, um, Web3 development. We have web development and the rest. So basically, in two categories is the code based and the no code
code-based.
based. Now, when I say code based, some people might actually get
Confused.
confused, like or it looks so big or whatsoever scary. No, it is not scary. I think what somebody needs most is just an avenue to actually most people actually got taught or got to take the wrong way, in the sense that I do see some course outlines which started from a very complex study.
Study.
Like now, if you come to Meta School, the first thing you'll be taught at Meta School about web development, for example, which is coding,
Okay.
is that we try to make you see coding or web development, as you might call it, as building a house.
I can still remember something.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like building a house. Now, what we're trying to do is you cannot take people into take from somewhere. You need to take it from a point where they can fully relate with what the whole coding thing is all about. Do you understand? So, for example, now we tell our students first that programming, coding, it's the same thing as building a house.
Okay.
So that will now lead the student to think about, okay, to build a house, what do you need? And it's the same exact thing as building a website. It's the same exact ideology. So what we do is we might even take the first 1 week in making our students understand the basics of
First.
what everything is all about. Because most of the time when you already know what this thing is fully about, you do not really struggle with following up. So the two categories of texts are there, and anybody can actually learn any of it.
Anybody.
Anybody.
Okay. So how much can somebody use to start a tech career? How much do you see like
Okay.
somebody can use to start?
Yes, that's actually now depending on the person,
Mm.
I will not even call it an amount. Let's just call it an investment.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So like I said, getting into tech right now is a must.
Okay.
So you have to invest in yourself, and then doesn't cost much. I think between the amount of 50,000,
2000.
100,000, 200,000, depending on the level
Okay.
of the skill you want to actually acquire. You know, like at Meta School now, we have a course outline that outlines the different courses, different levels, and different prices. And what we also do at Meta School, we try to break them down into different sections so that you don't have to wait until you have a million naira to actually start.
Okay.
You can actually start with sometimes as less as 50,000, 100,000 thereabouts.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if you relate this thing now to you when you were 2013,
Okay.
2013 today we are in 2024, right?
Yes.
Are you sure you will be able to start a tech career? If you just relate it, you said 50,000, 100,000.
Okay.
When as about 2013, you say you dropped out of school because of money.
Yes.
Related, will you have been able to start a tech career? Or is it any advice that you can give to somebody like
Okay. So for me, dropping out of school, like I said, again, my dad taught me to think.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I've always I could sit down for 4 or 5 hours and think about whatever I want to do
Step by step
step by step from the A of what I want to do to almost the end
of what you want to
of
do.
what I want to do before I even get started sometimes. So I actually sat back that day and I knew I was struggling to even get my tuition fee paid.
Okay.
So I was like, how many? Okay, this is just the first tuition fee. How hard is it going to be for me to pay this tuition fee? What what if dropping out was actually an option? And that was actually the big of me dropping out. Now, when I dropped out, I could still afford about 20,000. As I did, 20,000 was actually a huge sum
You use some
money
amount of
compared to what we
money.
have right
Yeah.
now. So, as I then, I could still afford, and I think the tuition fee as I then was probably is it 14,000 or thereabouts.
Okay.
So, I even had a little bit more than the tuition fee.
Mm.
But I asked myself, after paying this money, I have to pay another one again.
Mm.
Keep paying another one, keep paying another, keep paying another one. Like, at what point will I be able to afford to make money out of this?
Okay.
So for me, it was actually strategic. I had to sit back and strategize which was actually a better option for me. So what really happened there was I had to actually drop out.
Okay.
Now I am not in any way advising anyone to drop
That
out.
was what I wanted to ask. I was like,
No,
are you sure?
no, no,
You just advise somebody to drop out of school and come
I
and do
am not
it.
in any way advising. I'm just sharing my personal experience, right?
Okay.
So I had to drop out. Now why I dropped out was because I had no other sponsor
Okay.
at all. So I felt like at that then I was still very young. But then I felt like dropping out was the best
Best.
option, and I felt like dropping out and finding something else to put to
The money
engage
into.
myself,
Mm.
put myself with the money into was actually something better, and that was when I left. And when I left, the first thing I learned was web development.
Oh, okay.
I remember paying 15,000 naira the first installment to actually start learning, and that's the same amount of money that I also paid in school.
Oh,
You understand? So it was for me calculated decision that I had to calculate and then say, "Oh, this is what I'll be doing."
mm.
So that was how I actually got started with the whole thing. So again, I am not asking anyone to drop out of school, right? Now, school is so important that I had to go back to school
Again.
after I started making money for myself.
Okay.
As at 2020, 2017, when I went back to school, I think I already made over 2 million naira from tech.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Wow.
So that was when I went back to school.
Wow. Wow.
As at that point, I knew I could afford to pay any tuition fee.
Wow.
So I will not at all advise anyone to leave unless you in any way found, thought about it perfectly well and know that, okay, this is actually the right thing for me to do. Until then, I don't think leaving school is a good idea. because you will at some point need that certificate.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Or sometimes just the tab graduate,
Mm.
something that you will have to need
Mm.
in your life.
Okay.
So and for me, I will not no myself, right? I went to school, so I'm a big advocate of somebody going back to school. It is as that important.
Okay. So what did you study?
Okay, I studied mass communication.
Mass communication.
Yes.
Wow. 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 That's
So
really nice. That's
you
really
can
nice.
actually, I studied journalism also.
Okay.
So I am a certified journalist.
Oh.
Exactly. But then aside from being a certified journalist, I love communication.
Okay.
And as a teacher myself, I communicate every time. I have to communicate.
Mm.
So it's actually something that comes in very, very natural for me.
That's really nice. That's really nice. So tell us, how many students have we been able to graduate so far in taking task?
Okay, so far we have graduated one minus the one is just left to reach 50, right? That's 49.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say that's 49 students. I know we are still new. We are not even up to a year yet. So we're looking forward to more and more and more.
No. So how many employees do you have in your
How many?
How many employees do you have in your task?
Okay. Do you know that I haven't even taken time to really look? I only look at these things very much when I'm paying salary. Okay, so in total right now we have constant staffs.
Okay.
There are about 8,
Wow.
and then we have people on contract.
Okay.
Those ones are actually busy.
So someone that left school to 2013
Okay.
is now somebody that's employing people now.
Yeah, that's the beauty of tech.
This is really nice. This
That's
is
the
really,
beauty of
really,
tech.
really nice. So tell me, what would have been your life without tech? Do you think you could have been better than this without tech, or without tech you could have been a nobody?
Well, what the kind of person I am, I like to give things the benefit of doubt.
Okay.
Until then, you can never really tell.
Okay.
But then with tech, well, I can't really. My funny thing is that in the last 8 years of my life,
Okay.
I've only known one thing tech.
Tech.
Yes, one thing tech. So I can't even really. Maybe I need to sit down properly and think about my life without tech. So as I am right now, I can't even imagine if I want to even sell this water now. I have to find a way to sell it with tech.
Mm.
Do you understand? So let's just say without tech in my life and the way the world has actually moved right now, maybe I would have been doing better right now. But what I am not understanding, or what I can't really figure out, is if the future
Mm.
will be as bright as I currently can see it right now.
Okay.
Because in the next 5 years, for example, tech would have taken over everything.
Wow.
And for people who are actually into tech now, I think you are like the forerunner
Mm.
to the whole thing. So my life in tech right now and my life in the next 5 to 10 years, I actually really feel like I'm actually in the best position right now.
Okay.
So I cannot really imagine my life without tech. That's the real truth. So answering that question, if my life will be better or not, I don't really know. I don't know. But so far, my life has been nothing but good with tech. Yeah, because from everything to where I'm at the moment, I mean, I have worked with clients from almost anywhere in the world. I've worked with clients in UK, Australia, US. I've worked with even government officials.
Wow.
So all of these things is only possible because of tech, right? So I can't say my life without tech. That's the whole truth. So all credit still goes to tech at the end of the day.
Okay. So,
Definitely.
what advice will you give to people that are looking forward to be like you, or people that are looking forward to have a career in tech? What advice will you give to them?
Okay, I think the first advice I'd like them to know is that it's necessary.
Mm.
You have to actually get into this, and then it gets hard
Mm.
from the beginning, but then it gets easier as you go.
Okay.
So for me, I would say one of the things that I did so well was I know how to be patient, right?
Mm.
So I started the whole thing since 2013, 14, 15, 16 was when I started making money.
Mm.
Until 2016, I never had a laptop.
Into 2016.
Yes,
Wow.
I could not afford a laptop. You know, so imagine from 2013 to 2016 to actually get your first laptop. So that's something I would say. You might also need to be patient too,
Mm.
and then you have to learn very hard, like learn hard. People say learn smart, but I feel like before you start learning smart,
Smart.
you learn hard first. You know, you learn hard. Learning hard will help build that foundation
Okay.
into actually learning. So you take it really serious, and then be prepared not to have it so easy.
Mm.
Because I mean, tech number one is not something that is natural to us.
Okay.
We're just getting the whole tech thing. As an African, the whole tech thing is new.
Mm.
So you might not have the chance to say everything will be smooth. It might not be smooth. So it can be hard at some point. So I feel like you need to be prepared,
Mm.
you know, to face some challenges here and there
Yeah.
while even learning. So just stay prepared. And then one of the things that should keep you motivated is the fact that this is actually the future.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, talking about this tech, is it that do you have any? How do you see this? Keeping it working together
Okay.
in tech, is it necessary or it's not necessary in tech
I
career?
think I think it's the bedrock of everything.
Okay.
Personally, like I said, the friends I had in 2013, 14, 15 are the friends I have to today. Like they're the closest friends to me right now. Now, without proper networking, we will not be able to stick to that till today.
Mm. So, networking is very, very necessary in
Number
tech.
one,
Number one.
everybody is as important as you in your journey.
Mm.
Everybody is as important.
Okay.
So you do not joke around. You network with every single person you see next to you. Keep them, and you know. Okay, let's talk about networking.
Okay.
What's really networking? Networking is not greeting somebody good morning, good afternoon. Real networking is affecting somebody's life.
Affecting somebody's life.
Yes.
How do you mean by that?
Okay. Take for example now, I have a friend, Michael. One of the ways that kept us so strong together, as a matter of fact, we are like brothers now. Do you understand? Now, how before meeting Michael, I met other persons,
Okay.
right? But what really made Michael and me, really stand out is the fact that he was constantly teaching me.
Mm.
So it was not just about calling him on the phone, it was about talking on the phone and he said things like, "Oh, bro, I've just learned and React."
Mm.
I remember one day he told me that there's one new programming language that is called React Native. I need to check it out. And then we spent months on that particular topic.
Wow.
So networking is like the number one thing. And how to network properly is what can you give this person next to you? Let's say, for example, I'm in a conference or a seminar or thereabout, and I see somebody I want to network with.
Mm.
I'm not going to come there and ask you for your name, what do you like, what kind of food do you like. That's not what I'm actually out there for. What I'm going to come to you is I'll come to you and show you something I can actually teach you.
Mm.
And I'll tell you stuff like, okay, let's say I saw you, saw your social media handle, and I'm coming to you, I'm telling you, this is your Facebook account. If you had edited this picture to this picture, it would have given you more results.
Mm.
And you now go and do that same thing and you get more results. What happened next? We keep, I mean, that's a real connection.
Connection. Okay. That's where the networking comes in.
That's the networking. Or I'll tell you, edit this picture and you can't do it yourself. I'm like, no, I don't do it for you for free.
Mm.
That's networking. Networking is not about getting people's number on your phone. No, no. Well, maybe that's just the beginning, the first step. But networking is more about how are you able to influence somebody's life positively.
Okay.
Because usually one thing about human beings is that if you can give them something, they'll give something back in return.
Mm. Mm.
and that's strong networking.
Okay. So is networking really necessary in this tech industry?
If you ask me, I would say yes.
It's really necessary.
Yes, it's compulsory
It's compulsory.
because you can't solve these problems alone. Check your phone, for example. Every single day, Facebook tells you update your app. So you need to keep updating yourself. And the people that will help update you very much are the people in your network, in your circle.
Mm.
And the one way you can get to a circle is what are you giving people for free?
Mm.
That keyword is important, free.
For free.
What are you giving them for free? Like, what are you giving for free? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So giving out is like the
Part of networking.
number one part of the one you have to give. What are you giving? And don't just give, oh, I mean give for free. That's the beginning.
Okay, that's really nice.
You understand?
Okay.
What are you giving? Yeah, you're giving so many things probably for what are you giving for free?
Mm.
I think that's the most essential part of networking. And if you are struggling to network, you can solve the networking problem by simply putting solutions out to people for free.
For free. Okay.
That's the beginning. And networking is so important that without networking, you will have a knowledge, but you don't have the updated knowledge.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
You know, this is going to be my last question. I know some people will be like, they really want to know what I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
So this question, you know, people out there that like they would like to know, is it single? Is it not single? So, sir, I want to know, are you married? Or
Okay. Okay, that's a very good question. So before I answer that question, I want to say, okay, let me answer the question directly. Okay. No, I'm not married, but I'm actually a family kind of person. Like I
Okay.
cannot wait to actually have a family and get
Okay.
married. And yes, I love family. I love marriage.
okay.
And I mean, marriage is actually, God said, go and multiply.
Mm.
And you cannot multiply without marriage, right? So I'm actually a God believer, and then I follow the commandments of the Bible, which is marriage is one of them. And like I said, I cannot wait to actually get married. But right now, no, I am not married.
Yeah, single. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Thank you for coming to our broadcast today.
Anytime. It's actually, like I said before now, I'm actually really happy to actually be on Inspire TV. And you yourself, James, I've seen the growth in you, and I really admire that.
Okay.
Like this is just how life is supposed to be.
Okay.
People, it's like going somewhere.
Mm.
You take the first step, the second step will follow, the third step will follow. So actually watching you grow from the James I made the first day
Yeah.
to the James of today, honestly, I am just excited.
Thank you very much, sir.
So thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you very much, sir.
And the work cannot really wait to have more of you.
Okay. Just say a shout out to the people that are watching.
Okay, so
Tell them to keep watching Inspire TV.
okay, please keep watching Inspire TV and check them out on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Follow, subscribe, and turn on the
Notification.
button. Exactly.
Okay, then thank you, sir, for coming to
You're welcome.
our broadcast today. We are really happy to have you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, see you again next time.
Thank you very much. I'll always be very happy and open to do this again with Inspire TV.
Okay, sir. All right.
Definitely.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.